Welcome to Fishing with Jett. I don't pay me no mind, I'm just eating a little bit of watermelon. It's hot today. Matter of fact, it's super hot today. I think temperature's gonna be close to 100 with extremely high humidity. Living in the South, it gets hot, sticky. You know, you live in the South, you know how it gets. But today, I got a little video, I got a mod video for you. Something very simple that I want to show you today. A little idea that I came up with. So, let me finish with the rest of this watermelon and we'll get on into this video. Today's mod is something super simple. What a lot of y'all don't know, because I really ain't showed too much of it on my channel. Matter of fact, I've not shown none at all. I do fish for other species of fish. I occasionally go for crappie fishing, brim fishing, every now and then a little catfishing. But let's get on into this thing. Right here, I have all the supplies needed to do this little small mod that I'm gonna do to my boat. You need your tape measure, you know, preferably at least, 12 feet long, because the boat is 10 feet, so preferably 12 feet or longer tape measure. I have these 1/2 inch 15 millimeter, I think it's a 90-degree angled cuff link. I got 3 of them. I think today I'm only gonna need 1, but I got a couple extra in case something else pop in my mind to do. Also gonna need a tool to cut the pipe, PVC pipe. Need a marker for measurement purposes. Other thing, I got some Gorilla tape. I don't really have the tool that you crimp down the little end piece on the cable, but anything, vice grips or any kind of tool you can use to squeeze in or something, it'll work. And the other thing that's real valuable today is water. So like I said earlier in the video, it is super hot. Also, I have, this is the shorter piece, but I have a longer piece, but I have the 1/2 inch 15 millimeters CPVC pipe, and this is one of my main things that I'm going to use today. Took out everything in my boat. I took off my front trolling motor that I always run, and on the back of the boat, typically I run my outboard. Using the 2 trolling motors, I needed another source of power running through the boat. And I didn't want to go through the trouble of installing cables and screwing them into the side of the boat. So I decided to take 2, I think these might be 6 to 8 gauge wire. I'm not sure exactly, but a red and black one. But basically take these 2 cables, and I originally had them Gorilla tape down this seam right here, this rib that goes all the way down the length of the boat. And it works fine, don't get me wrong. And just all of this stuff is covered by the actual floor of my boat, so you can't see it. But over time I noticed that the tape would come loose or whatever, and these cables would just move around all different kind of ways, and I just wanted to do something to kind of clean that up a little bit. So we're going to get on to the next part where I explain what I'm going to do. The first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to establish a length in which I want to cut my PVC pipe. The floor to my boat is about 8 feet exactly in length. After establishing the length in which you want to cut your pipe in, I want to go a little bit past 8 foot, so I'm going to put it at about 8.5 feet just to give me a little play. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to put a little mark, kind of show what I'm going to do. After making the mark, you then want to get your cutting tool and kind of eyeball it a little bit, but You know, you want to get as close on that line as you can and put your cut in. It's a pretty good cut, if I had to say so myself. After making the cut, wanted to do a little test run to make sure it's up to the length that I wanted it to be. That looks pretty close. My floorboard does run a little bit farther close toward the front, and I just want to have enough to come out that end, whatever. But let's get on to the next step. Due to the fact that I like to always have something of a rudder system to help with keeping the wind from blowing the boat any kind of way. Now, it doesn't completely stop it, but it does help. So that requires me to have both of my batteries. And I typically keep one battery in the back, and then I keep the other one in the very front. You know, to kind of like balance. So I'm always trying to balance off the weight of the boat. The next step, I want to feed my 2 wires too. So I made sure that this tubing is, this piece of PVC pipe is big enough where I can slide these 2 cables at the same time throughout the duration of this cable. It's nice and snug like I want it to be. I do have little pieces of tape that I'm going to take off periodically here and there, but just want to feed it all the way through. Get it all the way where it comes out the other end of the The important thing is to put a little curl at the end. That way, when you come with this little piece right here, it makes it easy for it to come through, because both wires together, you know, one wire by itself is it's pretty thick. So it's good to have good to bend it a little bit so you can get it all the way in. Oh, by the way, you're gonna need some scissors too. I'm sorry, I forgot everybody. You're gonna need some scissors to do a little cutting. Also not mentioned in the beginning of the video, need a pair of wire strippers of some kind. Make it work if you don't have the right ones like me. Then you want to reconnect your ends. After getting my floor onto my boat again, I realized that I really preferred the PVC pipe part with the coupling. I'd rather for it to be located at the rear of the boat, not at the front of the boat. So I did make that adjustment. I took it out and basically flipped it over. Everything is done. Like I said, I keep one battery in the front. It's hooked up to these 2 cables that's ran through the PVC pipe. Whenever I'm not using it, I just kind of like tuck it, fold it down in between here out of the way. Tubing runs through the back. It comes out the bottom down here. And as you can see, it runs up and it connects. I may get some quick connects eventually, but for right now, this is the way I've done it. I've been doing it a while like this. It works as long as I keep the positive and negative wires separate from each other. There's no worries. Pull it off, one to this side of the trolling motor, the other to this side of the trolling motor. But the whole purpose of it is to always have something at the back that has a rudder on it, you know, to help out with the wind. And as you see, I turn the thing on, power back there. If you come to the front, turn the knob on. You got power right there. Bye-bye. Well, everybody, that concludes my little project I wanted to show everybody. At the end of the day, it's going to give somebody out there maybe another idea that's far better than mine, and that's the whole idea about it. You know, keep giving each other ideas. A lot of mines put together can create some really, really, really wild and nice stuff. So just wanted to show everybody my little setup and everything. Another thing, you know, hit that like button. You know, it helps out a lot with my channel. It helps me get seen throughout the basically YouTube world or the world. I'm trying to grow my channel as much as possible, so I appreciate if you hit that like button. And if you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, you want to see me improve, you know, on some things, stuff, you know, throw a little comment down. Subscribe to my channel. Talk to me. You know, I like to hear from the ones that watch my videos. So everybody enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you on the next one.